This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Lord have mercy. Whoa,
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Joker's World, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, NRG Nutrition, Prestige Island Games, Pender Tile, Print Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
I know they tried to use me and abuse me. I leave them with because for so long and them plantation.
And good afternoon. A happy Thursday to everyone. This is a Talking Heads Thursday. Yes, this is Pearly in the house on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. It is so good to be here with you today. Get a little chilly out there to go put on a jacket. Whenever you hear Pearly say cold, it must be getting chilly. Everybody teased me, oh, you been to school in Minnesota? I said, that's 100 years ago. But it's good to be here with you. And you know, I don't want to do this alone. I want to do it with my Talking Head, so.
Here's how you can become a Talking Head. Brought to you by BTC.
That's by calling me at 323-6232. That's 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4316, or 325-4259, 325-4259. Of course, you can call me toll-free, 242-300-5720, 242-300-5720. And if you're a little shy with the phone, no problem. You can text me. It's powered by BTC, 422-GR96, 422-4796. So let me hear from you. Let's get a good word in there. But it's great to be here. What's happening in the headlines?
It's time for Headliners. Everything that's making headlines in the 242. Brought to you by the Fine Threads.
PM disappointed in TUC strike. Hits out at doctors for participating. CCA Bahamas slams Ismailian for liquidation requests. Annual parliamentary church service. Ferguson, 2-day action effective. Police investigating social media video of child sex abuse. Come on, I can say something about that when I didn't finish. In the business section, we got Halkidas government not wedded to bi-monthly salary payments. We think it's a positive. If the workers disagree, we can easily just put it on the shelf, like a lot of other things. Oh, did I say that? Sorry. National Cybersecurity Strategy and CRTBS highlighted at conference. CIBC warns customers of text messaging scam. And the CPC recovered 27% of claim lodged by consumers. There you got it. That's what's in the headlines today. So, how can you? Let me just read this text because I don't want rant and rave today and somebody tell me hold myself. So let's just read this text. Let's see what the got to say here. Could be any longer. P. Davis, the only person whom should care about you being disappointed is your kids. As a citizen, I'm disappointed in the PM with FTX. Bahama, Bamsey, Fuel Hedge, Bermuda, Pikedale, Travel Increase, Police Probe, Gate, Southern District, New York Court, Gate, GB Airport, and Hotel North Seoul. Shame on Clayton being undisclosed amount of settlements, losing $1 million to the U.S. solar firm, forcing the Bahamian people to purchase a former drug plane as refurbishment payment. Also, where is that drug plane? We, the Bahamian people, bought a refurbished. Remember when the good PM caught C-19, he was on the first flight, COVID-19, he was on the first flight smoking to foreign. These people are heartless. Boy. Should the Prime Minister say that? Should he be saying, I'm disappointed, particularly in the doctors? This doctor's been waiting for something to be done from the Minnis administration. You done been in power almost 4 years. They have a right to be angry. I don't. Dedicate Claire Pearlie don't ever want you to walk off the job. Let's understand that, but Pearlie, I rather work it out. But there's such a thing called enough is enough. You can't keep promising me. That becomes a comfort to a fool. And not deliver and say, we could talk about it. Tired talking. Make it happen. Make it happen quickly. Caller, you on the air. How you doing?
Hey.
Hi, my darling. How are you?
I am wonderfully wonderful.
You just brighten my day when I hear you calling, right? How you doing? What's up?
I
Talk
know
to
you're
me.
going to have a busy day today because I know everybody has something to say on this topic when it comes to the Prime Minister and what he had to say. So I said, let me get my 2 cents in and collect my change.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
But Pearlie, I ain't going to lie. Whatever this is, the Prime Minister running on with, and I listened to Fergie. He said they had no conversation. So all this 3+ years past, the silence from him made me believe that something was going on good for his union.
Well, we can sign these agreements, but that don't mean you have to deliver. And that's the problem. They've announced that they've signed over 31 agreements, maybe more. I could be off. That's what I read, 31 from the press statement.
Yes, I remember. I think it was Jobert Kobe Davis was talking about how well they were doing with unions.
Yeah, but now
But it was because they I guess on paper bought the union silence for a while, and like you say, how we heard it when we were small, promises to comfort to a fool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you were being promised stuff, not being delivered. You're not saying anything because you promised them not to kick dust, and now here you are crying in the wind.
Yep.
You understand me? Your tears only go flap to the back of your ears and drain down the back of your neck.
Listen here.
So what's the purpose of? I mean, I could understand it because doctors in particular, I don't want
junior
no
doctors.
frustrated doctor and bottom with me. No lie.
Most of those doctors easy do 80 hours a week. Easy 80 hours a week. They work the 40-hour shift. Bitch always is more than 40 hours. And then they work a 24-hour overnight shift. So you need 80-hour week. And they come on, give them the benefit.
I had a doctor work 18 hours up to the point when she had to deal with me. She sat with me. She told me, she said, I ain't gonna lie to you. I must sleep about 2 hours in the last 18 hours.
Yes, many of them do
You
that.
understand me? She said, but I'm going to do my best to make sure that you get out of it. And she did.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
But my thing is, he is talking about being accountable, clocking in and clocking out. Who is clocking him? Who's clocking the amount of persons that he's squandering our monies on that could have gone in the doctor's den? Pay them off for the hours that they're cleaning, that he owes, and moving forward, ask that they sign some documents or clock in and clock out. But for now, pay them what they say they owe.
Yep.
Because I need to see doctors. I have my yearly physical coming up. I don't want a doctor to tell me I got something he can't name it until he get paid.
Wow.
You understand me? Frustration is what's giving way right now.
Point.
And I think what happened is the union persons are so frustrated they're now getting on Mr. Ferguson, and this is why he's now opening his mouth. Because he had his private secret meeting with the Prime Minister prior to whatever they were saying.
Well, I know it's private secret, but
Yes, they said it. They talked about it. I listened to them. After they had the general meeting with the Prime Minister, he went back in and had a private meeting with the Prime Minister.
And that ain't abnormal for the president to go sit by himself or him and somebody else go sit.
No, but guess what? Listen, you and I both know. If it quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, is a duck. It ain't that runaway yard chicken. It's a duck.
I got you.
You understand me? So what he is crying for now, I think the people is getting down on him. And in all fairness, Mr. Prime Minister, stop asking for accountability when you are giving none. You are the leader. So show us, lead by example. Please give us accountability. Let's know what's going on. Let's know who all in this contingency that you take around the world, freeloading on the Bahamians. I'm sorry to say it like that.
Okay.
Let me
hear what you had to call. Let's say thank you, darling. Thank you so much for calling. Calling you on the air. Listen, don't listen to that radio. Listen to your phone.
Hey, Pearlie.
Listen to your phone. Don't listen to the radio.
You meaning me, Pearlie?
Yes.
Hey, Pearlie, Happy New Year. And Happy
Listen,
New Year again to Pearlie L.
What do you say, Papa?
Everything cool? I agree with her. If it quack like a duck, it must it's a duck.
This your people, though.
I know you.
These your people she talking about.
Yeah. But listen,
Uh-huh.
I little not just tired, but it make me really sad to have to come on
Uh-huh.
and continue to be real. And that's what people don't like you for. It comes to the territory. The Prime Minister, I respect him. I know before he became Prime Minister, a good person and everything, but it's really, talk about disappointment. I'm so disappointed with him. It's like this person today, who was Philip Brave Davis, Prime Minister, I didn't know he is like that. And when I say like that, in a kind of a negative way, like when it comes down to dealing with people, it's totally opposite of what we know him for. I listen to the words what he used, and if you read them, people out there, if you all read the words what in the papers, or listen to carefully what is being quoted, what he's being quoted by saying, or what he's saying, or even what you could hear. It's like he talking to us like we stupid. It's like, because he's the Prime Minister, and we know him to be a humble man. I don't know if you call this reverse psychology or he pretending with us really big time. Because, I mean, more than being disappointed. He's disappointed in him. Listen what he's saying about the doctors and stuff like that. Yeah. And somebody brought it up when he had COVID. He gone away.
In a little tube, he gone in like an incubation.
Listen, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you going on tube.
What I'm saying, what he should do is go and talk to the doctor who dealt with him, and we all know what was reported. Who's the doctor? A good doctor, good lady doctor. Her whole team. Ask them, Mr. Prime Minister, if it's right how you treating these doctors over here. You ain't the first Prime Minister. We had Prime Minister with doctors. We had Dwayne Sands, although he out there talking, saying what's wrong. He even dissed them junior doctors before, and the doctors them didn't give them with it. I don't know if they just didn't have it. But we see.
In all fairness to him now, he got moved from Minister of Health before that was able to be sorted out. So I wouldn't put all the blame on him.
Right?
I wouldn't put all the blame on him.
You can hear me, right?
I can hear you, yeah.
His attitude was stink politically. He was rude to them too. It's sad to know. That's why I'm telling you, people who we expect better from, like I'm telling you with Brave Davis now. The foolishness when he talk. Look at what we reported.
Well, let's don't worry about what Dr. Sands was, because he paid for that by losing his seat. So we talking about the fellas who in the house, who right there now, who got the power.
I finished with Dr. Sands. Brave Davis.
Okay.
It was reported saying he was blindsided with the union, what they doing.
If the rest of us wasn't blind, if the whole country wasn't blindsided, how we could be blindsided?
I don't believe that one bit.
You got to have your finger on the pulse.
And brave, Prime Minister Davis, he need to turn around, man. He need to do better than what he doing to us. I'm talking about doctors, nurses.
Got to catch trip.
You can find money for consulting. You can find money to travel all over the world.
Got to catch flight, but you got to catch flight. Got to go to parties. That's what it's about right now. That's what it look like it's about, and it's a sad look.
Yeah, sometimes tears come out my eye when I think. I know he ain't Jesus, right? Better older Brave Davis. This is like this in the scene, man. If he's stupid politically or dumb enough to listen to these as advisors and people complaining, people talking, he's sure he's going to get what. That's why I tell you, they pump faking like Dwayne Sands say. They pretending with us. Voting them out is a joke. 1 year is more than enough for them to get straight and do it. Their attitude is stink. Look how they carrying on. They ain't listening to us.
Powers get you punch drunk, you know. Let me take this next caller.
They need to give the union what they supposed to give them. And stop talking
give them what you agree to.
Reporters, because behaving people ain't stupid and dumb. You're talking a lot of foolishness to us.
They're not. I agree. Thank you so much, Papa. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Yeah, good afternoon, brother. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing okay, thank you.
All right, what's up?
Good afternoon to the nation. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Just before you talk, let me read it, because I know you got something to say. Let me let you hear what the text is saying. He's disappointed that professionals are using their will to want better. The government, hold on. The government could pay jokey crime consultants $60,000 per annum who haven't lift one finger in the fight against crime, but won't pay teachers, doctors, and nurses, customs, immigration, and air traffic controllers the little money they owe them. What a slap in the face. These public servants, Brave Davis, got to go. Flying Phil doesn't care about taking care of doctors at home because he's always on the flight, so he can always utilize hospitals in foreign countries. And finally, the PM now say that the doctors want overtime pay but don't want to clock in. The junior doctors are owed holiday pay for 10 years ago, and the senior doctors were told by the PHA that they had no intent to pay overtime or holiday pay, even if they could prove they worked. Why would anyone clock in knowing they never would be paid? One last one. Party like a rock star with someone who was given a license legally, sell numbers after the country said not to do it, and making a fortune that could be used by government to pay doctors, teachers, and others and give them insurance. That disappoints me, Mr. PM. All right, Anton, what you got to say? Now, let's say one thing. We talking about 2025. I ain't interested in 17, 18, 19, 20, or 21 because you're not pay for the they pay, they out. So let's make sure that's clear. I need you to get to your point as quickly because I got a bunch of other callers. Okay, my brother?
Funny thing about that statement which you just made earlier is you have no issues digging up in the PLP's history.
Because I know when it's time come, you can dig up in it, but you ain't trying to justify what ain't happening now. Because I can always remember every time they open their mouth out in 17, 18, 19 and say the PLP did this in 12, 20, 13, 14, Fred Mitchell, Minister of Foreign Affairs, used to say, y'all as the government now fix it. So it's fine for him to say that, but I can't say that. Y'all as the government now fix it. That's just like the people in America mad because Michelle Obama is not coming to Donald Trump inauguration and saying that's an embarrassment and shame. But he's the one who didn't go to Biden's inauguration, and he was the former president. So come on, man, let's make it what is right. And that's not because we want it to sound good.
I believe in being fair all around, Pearly.
Yeah, but I want to talk about now it's time to fix it. You done had 3 years. If this was 2021, 2022, I had to keep my mouth shut. But this 2025.
Just getting on with what I call it.
All right, my brother.
I had a conversation today.
Uh-huh.
Regarding what's being twisted in all kinds of directions, apparently in the media.
Okay.
And on talk shows, it's being twisted in all sorts of directions for the right and the true direction.
Okay.
Yesterday, we had the president of the Teachers Union, Mistress Belinda Wilson, who spoke on one being Howard Grant's talk show, and the other being Shivago Lang's talk show.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Be Live, the foundation and Be Live.
Yeah.
And she expressed out of her very own words, out of her mouth, that the media is mishandling the information as it relates to her union.
Okay.
She stated that herself.
Okay.
And from what I'm hearing, the very same is happening, I wouldn't say from the media level, but certainly from the talk show level, because apparently there's a lack of knowledge and understanding about what the realities are.
What is the realities? Right? What are the realities?
And so getting to that point, I had a conversation with the minister today, right?
Okay.
And I was trying to find out why is it that the government that I support, why is it that people are trying to make the claim that the government I support isn't prepared to pay the nurses and the doctors what is owed to them?
Okay.
And he expressed to me very clearly that is not the case. He said to me that is not the case at all. As a matter of fact, the government, the Public Hospitals Authority, the ministry has already agreed to pay the persons who work overtime and has already paid a great deal of them. That's the fact. In addition to that,
boy, I get it may be what they say to you, but I know a couple of doctors who didn't. That's all I can say.
Yes, I noticed.
I believe them. But you also said prepared and will.
I said No. I didn't say will. I said prepared to. The ministry has already signed off on their being paid, and the ministry further went on and paid the greater part of the persons who worked the overtime.
And when did this happen?
However.
When? Date. Time. Date.
In any event, Freddie, finishing off my point, right? based on my conversation with my minister.
No date. Okay, I got you.
Today, right? Apparently there's a standstill because the government of the Bahamas, rightfully, and any right-thinking person would support this position. the government of the Bahamas, even though the government did not have the paperwork to verify all the timesheets, to verify who worked what and for what purpose, the government still proceeded and paid the bulk of those persons. However, the government is at a position currently where it is saying to nurses and doctors union, moving forward, not based on what has already been worked and cleaned, but moving forward, the government wants there to be accountability. There's nothing wrong with that at all, Pearlie. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. If you are going to collect,
let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. You know, if you have to explain yourself this hard, you're really losing a battle, right? You really know if you have to, listen to me, hear me. If you have to get on this radio station after hundreds of callers done dog and use the one lone wolf out there crying, something wrong, brother. Something seriously wrong.
You know what? To that same point, Pearlie, something is wrong. And what is wrong is the government took too long to address the matter publicly, to edify the public
the
on
government
what has
took
already
too
taken
long.
place.
The government, I got to let you go because I got 3 people
Hold
waiting.
on, I finished the point,
on,
Pearlie.
but the point, it ain't matter when you finish this, man. I can tell you, man, I can tell how long I can hold you for because I don't want other people to say they can't get through. And I got to go on break.
Just another minute.
You hear me, producer, tell me I got to go on break, right?
Just another minute to say
30 seconds and then I got you. 30 seconds.
Thank you. The first matter for the junior doctors, the government has already agreed to and presented the doctors with 3 comprehensive medical plans, and it's only waiting for them now to say which one of the 3 comprehensive medical plans the government has presented to them they would like to move forward with, which is yet to happen.
Thank you, Anton. Thank you. But listen, if you got to explain that hard, something wrong. If you got to be trying to I see, in my heyday, I remember me being just like that, trying to fight and explain a losing battle. This is Talking Heads Thursday, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. This is Pearlie. I come right back.
Hey. And all those books you sold away, all those kids you led astray, wait on your judgment day.
Crunch your hunger cravings and satisfy the whole family with KFC bucket meals starting at just $20. Get freshly prepared golden fried chicken, buttery biscuits, and add your favorite large sides for flavor that will make your mouth happy and your feet dance. Order online or WhatsApp hi to 557-3663 to grab your KFC bucket today. Big flavor, bigger value, and always KFC. Finger licking good.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Pender is carrying a new line of tile, the Sky series of colors, Sky Noir, Sky Azure, Sky Gris, and this one, Sky Glance. In this particular tile, I think you'll find coin gray, silver gray, cloud gray, and gray. All of these are seamlessly blended to make the Sky Glance one beautiful tile. The Sky series of porcelain comes in 220 at $5.30 a square foot and 12 by 24 at $5.25 a square foot.
Love the show? Want to give your support? Become a sponsor today. Call 302-2300 for our rates and packages. That's 302-2300. Become a sponsor on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
It's time for the buzz. What are you buzzing on? Brought to you by John's Shoes.
Lord have mercy. Whoa, well.
Talking Heads Thursday, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Somebody asked you why I do that. I say, you know, some people hook on things. I hook on getting off it, Anton. I love it. I honestly do love it. I do. I hear you, callers. I'm gonna read these couple of texts in a minute. Call you on there. How you doing? Tells you're gone. You couldn't wait. Okay. Hold on. Let me read a text before you come. So Anton saying the doctor's lying. Ooh. I was about to ask that question, you know. Well, blow me down. Look who talking about being accountable, Mr. Davis. Mouth got to be bloody. He broke the Law Procurement Act when giving out contracts, and we still don't know if they paid back the money for the Bermuda trip. Also, what about the BPL being kept secret? Talking about accountability? Child, please, jokers. Please play that song, Burley. I got to ask the producer. I don't see any money hit my account. I think that might be a doctor. Oh, what is it? Tell Anton stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Anton talking, I can't repeat that word, but it began with S. I want to know when we got paid. 2, tell Anton to please stop speaking about what he doesn't know. No doctors received 1 red cent since Brave PLP came into office. Boy. Pearly, so Anton is the spokesperson for the government. Hey, why these MPs don't come out and speak on issues in their ministries? Tell them all them need to resign. You is a salty F&M boy, Pearly. I ain't know anything about that, you know. I about being honest. When I come on this show, I do not wear any color. And if I see something wrong, I said earlier, Dr. Sands got his things, so what happened, he lost his seat. So I don't, don't call me salty now. I like the sour. Great show as usual. Anton is the last. Boy, I'm calling you on the air. Y'all trying to get me in trouble. How you doing?
Hey, Burley, how you doing, man?
I ready, brother. What's up?
Like the other callers, we expected better for the Brave Davis.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's all. Everyone, we are disappointed as a collective group of behemoths. You understand?
Yep.
Because the person we expected to be there is not the person that's actually in that position right now. The character that we put in position is not the same character that's there right now.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
And he has a lot of persons who are undermining him. And remember we were saying Christie was a little weak because he wouldn't deal with these people.
Yep.
You understand? This seems to be the same thing happening again, over again. You're not getting paid. I have a lot of doctor friends, custom officers, immigration officers.
Same here.
We just had a discussion last night.
Okay.
You understand? They get paid from February last year.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
I don't say bulk of them already got paid. Say most of
my company would have paid already.
Yep.
But you have all these, like the person said, these persons in all these industries, ministries that are consultants and stuff, they getting paid, right?
Every 2 days, 2 working days by the end of the month.
Than these persons?
Can't be.
All right, Burley. Thanks,
okay.
Man.
Thanks, my brother. The texter called me salty. If I don't pray, if you're doing wrong and I call you wrong, that makes me a salty F&M. If you're doing right, I can say you did right. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, yeah, I might, because my eyes might be a little wide, open a little wider. I just may criticize a little harder. And that's my job on here is to be truthful. But we ain't talking about the past. We know what happened in the past. Them fellas get voted out. They lost the seats. Only 7 of them win. So they paid. You in charge. Fix it. Call you on the air. How can I help you?
Hey, Perry, what's up?
Hi, Radio. What's up?
Radio. What I don't get, right? I'm here in Anton, right? Sometimes I do enjoy his sentiments, right?
Uh-huh.
But sometimes I try to understand where he's coming from. Right?
Okay.
So if what he's saying is true, right? Why is the doctor saying, why they still not satisfied if all that he's saying is true, right?
But
why they still have a problem? Why would they have a problem?
What we don't do is we don't listen carefully what he said. They've agreed to.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yes, they prepared to.
They still
if the bulk get paid, I don't know, because I got a number of taxes that they ain't get paid. They must be them taxes they get must be the in the minority.
Mm-hmm. And my point is this, right?
Uh-huh.
When because like I say, I used to be a former shop steward, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Talking and negotiating is different from signing off and coming to completion to say when we agreed, we sign and we move forward.
Yep.
You could talk about a matter for years.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
I've negotiated contracts at
That's what I'm
another
saying.
role I played.
Negotiation don't mean you
And
agree
you
to
sign
something,
off on
man.
per sheet.
It's final.
You sign
Okay?
off this section, we agree. You sign off and you move on, and you may
one
take
more
it. Yeah.
point before you
Go
hang
ahead.
the phone up, right?
Go ahead.
Another statement I heard the Prime Minister said that he said the doctors don't care for the sick. That was the statement, because I don't want to.
I'm not certain. I don't ask me. I'm not certain. I'll have to
I
double
heard
check.
him say something, but he don't care about the people, the lives of the people or something like that.
I can't say that. I heard him say. People have said they heard him say, but I have not heard him
No,
say
he
it.
said it. I
Okay.
heard him say
I
something
gotcha.
for keen interest. Okay.
Okay.
So I say that to say this Minister of Health don't care who's the doctor, and I think that's what he's referring to, right? Because all in my years of history, foreign Ministry of Health or Minister of Health, I have never seen none as bad as Dr. Garber in my entire life.
Wow, I
think he takes the cake. He's the worst. You see what I'm saying?
I hear you. Let me take this next caller. Go quickly. I can take this next caller.
Make my final point.
Hurry up now. Go ahead.
Okay. When you is a leader of a country, and this for the Prime Minister now, I think your people's health and their care supposed to be the priority. And to allow the doctors and everybody may not go there, but for the unfortunate person, you go there in one night and see how them doctors and nurses work. How could you refuse not paying those people? You see what I'm saying?
I got you. I got it right.
Your top priority.
I got to take this next caller. Call you on the air. How you doing? You're gone. Leave me. All right. Call you there.
Yes, how you doing?
Hey, my brother, what's up?
See, Alex Johnson here. A
Hey,
couple
see.
of quick points.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever heard about quiet quitting?
Say it again.
Quiet quitting.
I've heard it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. For the people, it's like when a disengaged employee
Yeah.
just begin doing the bare minimum, eventually leading to their departure or being fired.
Yeah.
So, the Prime Minister may have already quiet quit, thinking that he can't do anything more.
Oh.
But it's funny though that maybe the Prime Minister is treating the doctors like the 52-week program people.
Wow.
You want them to work for 10 years and then he'll get back to them. But what happens
And then we
though
wonder,
is
not
that
to cut you off, but then we wonder why all these doctors moving to the States and not coming back home.
right, but see again, let's look at it right. If you have all of your doctors working 80 hours, 60 hours a week, that means that you should have double the amount of doctors or 50% more doctors, because the doctors should not have to put that type of stress continuously. I can understand the emergency situation every month, everything, but not week by week by week by week. And so they're overworked and underpaid. And so I hear people say this thing about, I'm overqualified. No, you can never be overqualified for a job. However, you could be underpaid for a job. Right. And that is what is happening to the doctors. And this brings to the point that the Prime Minister knows, in spite of this economic growth that he brags about and the Minister of Finance and Junior Minister brags about, the problem they know is they cannot, in not doing all the repairs. You remember I mentioned to you that if I don't pay my light bill this month, I only pay half of the light bill, half of the water bill. I tell the wife that we didn't have no deficit spending, but the light bill, half of the light bill remain, half of the water bill remain, because I didn't make enough money this month to pay everything in full.
Gotcha.
So that is what has happened to the economy, because no one could reasonably say the economy has grew faster than inflation in the Bahamas. Wow. And so now these doctors have the same amount of money and less buying power, which is everybody else's experience. The key for the government to do is to tell us what is owed for the complete 10, I don't care how long it is, tell us the total amount owed, and tell us the yearly hit. Because, see, Naughty, when you give these individuals raises...
This Pearly, the better-looking one now. Don't make
Sorry, Pearly. When you give them the raise, right, you have to sustain that until they retire. So when I give you a raise from $5 to $5.50, that isn't a one-time thing. That's a continuous thing that you have to owe.
Yeah.
So it's incumbent for the Prime Minister to give us the integrity and transparency he promised, in spite of the chairman saying they ain't on that run, and tell us what is it that you owe these unions. Because you remember now, Pearly, this is only one Congress that we're talking about.
Yes.
There are two other Congress, and one has 14, one has 9, and maybe one has 20 or whatever it is.
Yep.
So all of them have their own issues. So it tells us that we have a huge boulder hanging over the government. So an honest, open, transparent government would tell us what that is, so we would understand the need to even maybe added to our national debt to satisfy the needs. And look at, we be paying $30 million a month for pay. We may have to go to $40 million a month. The question is, what do we get for that? Are we getting good doctors? Are we getting good medical? Are we getting whatever? And so this is the problem: is we have to write. You cannot manage what you cannot measure, and you cannot measure what you refuse to acknowledge. And I think it's time we get leadership that communicates, tells us the truth, that's not out of touch, not out of anything else. And just remember again, me and Naughty. I mean, Pearlie, the pretty one, the good-looking one. Let me ask you a question, Pearlie. Right, let's consider the Prime Minister in charge of the Miami Dolphins. What you do with the players until you can get the right team. And then when you can't get the right team, what happens to you as the head coach?
You lose your job.
There you go. So I'm simply saying is, we see where it is heading. There's trends, there's everything else of that sort.
Yeah.
And remember, they have not had their strike yet. This is only their sixth time they've used. So we have to be very concerned as a country.
Yes.
And so unless the Prime Minister come to us with the truth, so we can all buy into solving the problem that, as they say, have went on for a decade. Let's fix it, not kick the ball down the road. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Text. Fred Mitchell already gave Anto and them their orders to keep their mouth shut and stop talking bad about their party. He got them goons. This is horrible, Minister. This is a horrible, horrible Minister of Health. The truth is not in him. We need to send them all home. 80 the PM don't care. He went abroad for his health care. 80 hours is a good week. Great show as usual. Government was always doing the bare minimum. Great show as usual. The private sector need a union because where's the King Kong? We the King Kongs. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Willie.
Yes.
I think you owe me some lunch. I don't eat pork. Why you laugh?
Because how I owe you lunch? Tell me. Let's talk.
I don't eat pork and I don't eat red meat.
Okay.
They pick up the garbage?
Yeah. Actually, they did. Yes, they did. Actually,
the next morning,
they
huh?
And they came back late. Now, see, by my people in our east, they since a lot. By me, they picked it up once, and I expect them to pick it up today or tomorrow. If they don't pick it up by tomorrow, I can make noise.
So you see my recommendation, what I'm telling you to
do. That's why they
it.
make sure come the next day, because I couldn't get out. I couldn't get there fast enough to move it.
And the carry whatever you had in them bags and drop it by the constituency headquarters, right?
No, the garbage people carry it to the dump.
Yeah, I know. You read what I'm saying. My recommendation, when they hear me recommending to you to take it by the headquarters and leave it there for them, right? They come and pick up the garbage prompt and early, right?
Yes, they sure did pick it up prompt and early.
So you only give me lunch?
We can think about that. We can talk about that.
Like
you don't eat. I would want to air fry you. I want to air fry you a nice thing, but you don't eat pork or steak, so I don't know. I can air fry for you.
I don't eat pork. I don't eat red meat. What I'm saying is, what they say about Earfatton?
When Earfatton talks, people listen.
Okay. Now, Burley.
Ain't much people know that commercial now. They're talking our age, bro.
No, yeah, but don't worry about that.
Okay.
They know about that. Okay. All of them know about that.
Okay.
Right?
True.
But what I gotta say, this EPL thing, right? I was, saying that they offered that to 2,000 people for $50,000 a piece. That's $100 million, right?
Something like that, yeah.
50,000 times 2, 5 times 2 give you 100, right?
Yeah.
And the population is 400,000.
Yeah.
1% of the population is 4,000 people.
Yeah.
So 2,000 is half of 1%.
Yeah.
Okay.
But see, that's based on population, but that don't mean 2,000 people bought it. That mean one person might buy 100.
Right? Pretty.
I listening.
Under 18 are the people that move in school and who don't generally vote, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
can't vote. Can't vote.
And then we got some unemployment.
Yeah.
But if you got 1% of the population, then and only half of that 1% that been offered a deal, who you think that cover?
I know. I just thought I was waiting on you to see if you were going to get to that.
Yeah. Okay. What I'm saying, when you subtract 1% from the population, you did 99%. Now you take away them children and people who don't, people who might be unemployed, and then some people don't have, how many people in this country?
You trying to ask how many people could find $50,000 to go invest in something like that?
How many people? How many family?
All right.
How
All
many
right.
people you
Okay
know?
then. Okay.
How many persons you know, husband and wife making $20,000 a year? The husband making 20, and the wife making 20. That's only 40,000.
Yeah.
So when they would have this, somebody mentioned earlier and said, but the BPL, they ain't explain, they ain't give us no explanation yet for the BPL and Pike deal, right?
No, we don't know.
Everything's secret, right?
We don't know what's going on. No, we get little bits. We don't know what's going on. I don't know
so
what's going on.
that means they're interested in those who could come up with 10,000, 20, 30, 40.
Why not 100? Why not you could come up with 100?
Wasn't invited. So if that ain't discriminatory, that must be prejudicial, right?
That might be both.
Okay. So if they do that, then who does BPL belong to? Who the stakeholders?
A few people.
Payment people, right?
Well, it should belong to all payments. Yeah,
all 400,000 persons.
Well, all Bahamians.
Okay. You see where you're coming from? Then what's his name? The chairman of the F&M. He said went home.
Yeah, I lost you. I guess his cell phone, a couple texts. Please tell, what is it here now? Please tell the PM and Minister Glover Roll that plenty civil servants will still waiting on appointment letters and promotions. Our HR department keeps saying no new yet for over 5 years now. Nothing. Please tell them to help us, please. I thought they did that. Hey, Pearlie, I live in Tall Pines, the Minister of Health constituency. My garbage is get picked up 3 times a week. Lucky you. Lucky you. Good day, Pearlie, and Happy New Year to you and your family. Obi Ferguson is mad because he was not appointed to a board on the government, which was part of the MOU before the last election in 2021. That's why he called the strike. Over being appointed to the board, for some of them only get $500 a month. I mean, to some people that's a lot of money, but I doubt it's about being on a board. I doubt that seriously. You may say other things he may have been promised, but being on a board, that ain't not for a person, and I know that man, not for a person like him. I remember former Prime Minister and Dr. Sands being very rude and disrespectful to the junior doctors. Blame Prime Minister Davis and Simon Wilson for messing up our economy and wasting our money. Well, you got your point. May I agree with them? Some of them I agree, some of them I don't agree with. But let's see what this caller got to say. Caller, you on there?
Hey, Willie, what are you saying, right?
What you saying?
What's going on? Tell me something. These doctors, they getting straight. They only getting paid for 40 hours.
They get their regular salary, which is not high. And if they work on call, like you have to be there for 24 hours, they get an X amount of dollars. Not per hour, but they get a lump sum. I don't know how much, I don't want a couple extra dollars a month for being on call. They don't get paid overtime, no.
Okay, so they work more. I mean, they're working more than 40 hours.
Most are.
If they're not on call.
Most are working more than 40 hours just without being on call.
Without being on call.
Yeah. I mean, let's think about it. If they had to be to work for 7, you think they're really going to leave at 3 o'clock if something going on?
No. Wait, man, the PM, like, they send up the doctors, man, like, he calling them tips, man, in some way.
Some of the doctors were disappointed in the former administration, saying we had a Minister of Health doctor and a Prime Minister doctor, and they didn't get what they wanted. The opposition at the time chastised the administration for that, got all over them and said that they will do better.
But Pearlie, tell me something. When you all go put pressure on these people them to disclose what kind of money these people that sue the government get, man?
Well, they have what they call private agreements, so unless somebody probably have to sue the government to get them to agree, to open it up to the people.
It can't be, I hear a lot of talks, but it ain't safe for them to say who these people get, what these people get, because it's a danger to them. The policeman.
I hear what you say, right? But we got some people in this country filthy rich, and we know who they are, filthy rich.
Right.
What's the danger though?
And they safe.
And if you get more than a couple $1 million and you don't feel safe, then show up your place and find yourself a little bit of security because you can afford it.
Yeah. plus the money on you, so people know rich people. Everybody, the Haitians, the immigrants know if you rich or not.
I know one of the richest men in this country, and he never have no pile of cash on him. You rob him, you wasting your time.
That's the limit.
Exactly.
All right, so they need to get real with being people, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And disclose the amount of money they get.
I would really like to know, but if you don't find out now, we probably find out later.
Boy, this the Bahama shit.
My home.
Like Trump say, I think I'm old nation.
This is my home, though, and I always love it. Tell you that.
Anyway.
Okay, brother. Okay. Carly on there, how you doing?
Carly Days is Zaki on the way, so long with you, Wiley.
Hey, my brother, how you doing?
And I wish you have a beautiful new year through Christ.
So far, so good. Keeping it,
Carly.
Yes, sir.
2 questions.
Uh-huh.
The first one is, how many doctors we have to deal with our 400,000 person?
I'm not quite certain. That's a number I got to find out. I don't know how many, and that's including the hospital and the private. I'm not certain, but I know it's in it's 1,000 or more, in the thousands.
Basically, I'm speaking of private.
I'm not certain.
Pardon me.
I'm not certain. I'm not certain how much doctors the PMH in RAN and the clinics
Say it
hire.
again?
I'm not certain the amount of them that they hire. I'll have to find out. I'll find out overnight, and I'll let you know tomorrow for sure.
Okay, my other question is, right?
Uh-huh.
Hello?
I'm here. Hurry, gotta go fast. Almost time up.
Elder. Right?
Uh-huh.
All that oil in which came from BC run through the ditch and into the to the southwest there, what you call it, the low water area.
Uh-huh.
The ponds.
The ponds, yeah.
Right. The thing is, and of course, it also in the atmosphere.
Okay.
What I want to know, how many persons got cancer? What
That
were
ain't
living?
a question I know either. I'll have to do some research on that. Why are you asking me these hard questions?
No,
Let
because
me see if there's any.
when you analyze what's happening, this is still our country.
I understand
and we
that.
still have to live here.
Yes, I
and we
understand
still
that.
have to make it better for everybody standing here.
That's true, but that's not something I have on the top of my head. I'll have to find out. But I got another call, and I really got to run. It's almost 5 o'clock. Okay. Carly on there, how you doing?
Good afternoon, brother. What's going on, sir?
How you getting me, buddy? You ain't got too long. Okay, go fast.
Man, I join this blow for all the sensible and legitimate thinking fellas, some who have the responsibility of protecting our families. And this is something I'd like for you and anybody with any authority also to look into.
Uh-huh.
Probably a number of us as fathers, husbands, and so forth, and I guess just right thinking them and to have the right to go and get a firearm, have done that. And it seems to be a holdup. And it seems as if we're being told that there's some special investigation taking place because of the amount of firearms that were issued under the previous commissioner of police or something to that extent.
I heard there were quite a bit of firearm licenses have been given out. Really, I don't want to say willy-nilly, but a lot have been given out. And it may be some investigation. And the new commissioner in town, she got to do some things a little differently. But I've heard that.
Yeah, but then you're disenfranchising other people that have been law abiding. It's like it seems like every time that you're law abiding, you're the one punished.
Yeah.
When decisions are being made, it's like the baby goes out with the bathwater, or one bad apple to spoil the bunch for everybody. So it's like, what's the sense of being law abiding if when the decisions are made, you're the one punished?
I'm hoping
I'm
one day
saying
so we can
these
talk.
are firearms and
Gotta
terms
go fast.
of
Producer them, you gotta hang
hand weapons or handguns per se that you would normally have to have special consideration for. I'm hearing to the tune of $5,000 or $10,000, which once the dice roll and you have $5,000 or $10,000, you could get it. But there's some of us out here that just want to protect our family and protect ourselves and businesses for safety reasons, man. We ain't into no foolishness.
Thank you so much. Wow, interesting hour. Mr. Producer, let's take a break. Get to the news. When we get back, we can start talking some sports. Yeah, this Pearly on the Talking Heads Thursday on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Thank you for all the calls to Texas. Good times. We'll be back with the sports section right after the news.
And all those
Everything is bigger and better at Burger King Nassau. When you have a big appetite, BK has a royal deal for you. Get a flame grilled double Big King Jr. or an original chicken sandwich plus 4 chicken nuggets, small fries, a drink, and a fresh baked cookie for only $9.95, including that. The royal deal was built for a big appetite, and at $9.95, including that, it's a steal of a deal. Go big and enjoy the BK flavors you love with the $9.95 royal deal at Burger King Nassau.
Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place, is your place, is your place.
John Shoes and Accessories, you will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
The KFC chicken experts have done it again with the new Kentucky Mesquite Chicken Sandwich, featuring a large 100% premium 120-gram white meat filet topped with cheddar cheese, smoky bacon, lettuce, tomato, and tangy red onion, all drizzled with ranch sauce and served on a toasted brioche bun. Choose original recipe or spicy, but don't wait. This mouth-watering masterpiece is only here for a limited time and only at your favorite KFC. The new Kentucky Mesquite Chicken Sandwich at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, NRG Nutrition, Prestige Island Games, Hinder Tile, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
And welcome back to Talking Heads Thursday, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. It's so good to be here with you. But just before we get into sports, I got a couple texts I did not read. Tell the caller that he can't say guns will be used to protect businesses or families. Guns are used for hunting only. Perhaps, what is it here now? Perhaps PM only asked his very own daughter, who is a doctor in the U.S., if she would continue to work under the conditions that the doctors here work under. Probably not to be read again. Okay. All right, sorry. Birdie, take the word text. I know it's text out of your vocabulary. You know, I know. Sorry, I know who are with me saying this to me now. I know. And when I said it, I was like, oh boy, here it comes. My deepest apologies. But you know what? We can get right into it. Today in sports history. We're going to get right into today in sport. Why is this popping up? Today in sports history. Today is Thursday, January 16th, 2025. In 1896, the first five-player college basketball game was played in Iowa City, Iowa. In 1961, Mickey Mantle signed a contract which made him the highest-paid baseball player at $75,000 for the 1961 season. They're probably getting paid out of the game. In 1981, Leon Spinks was mugged. Even his gold tooth was taken by the assailants. In 1988, the St. Louis Cardinals announced that they would be moving to Phoenix. In 1993, Michael Jordan of the Chicago Bulls scored 64 points against the Orlando Magic. It was Jordan's second highest single game total of his career. I think that was when he scored 63 against Boston and still lost. In 1995, Malcolm Glazer bought the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for an estimated $192 million. And in 2002, baseball owners voted to approve the record $660 million sale of the Boston Red Sox. Well, how much is Dodgers worth? Sports quote of the day: the more I train, the more I realize I have more speed on me. Leroy Burrell. Sprinter extraordinaire. What's happening in the home front? Brought to you by Burger King. Neely signs with the Rangers. Bahamian player will be sent down to the Dominican Republic. Red Line Athletics off to indoor meet in Houston. Trojans secure commitment from Prince Strawn. Interesting. And you know what's so good? These Red Line, they've in them red shirts. Look like soccer. But some of them are soccer athletes, I'm sure. Pretty certain of that. So, yeah, some things happen. Not much. You know, some more football games to be played this weekend. The rest of the NFL playoffs continue. But the talk that's dominating that is whether Deion Sanders is going to go to the Dallas Cowboys. Nobody talking about the games. Everybody talking about Deion said he'll take the job as offered. Deion going and that has some fallout. Some good fallout, some bad fallout. Because, now Deion goes, Colorado is in uproar. Rated quarterback in high school. He's supposed to be coming there because of Deion Sanders. Then you'll know that some other potential coaches like Johnson and Green out of Detroit, they will probably get some other offers, some other teams. So that takes that one team that may have been a bad fit for them. Dak Prescott will be in the shadow of Shedeur Sanders, who could make it a possibility that it could be, Dallas could probably get him. Because Deion's going to be linked to him. He's going to be linked to Deion. So Dak Prescott can be like looking over his shoulder every minute because my boy Daddy might just bench me or put me out, or they may trade him. Some other Dallas stars, Micah, could be traded because Deion would probably wanted to clean us because he don't play with quitters. Not saying that Micah is. So I'm not saying that at all. Not at all. Don't go say Pearly, tell Naughty Pearly say that. I did not say that. But it's a lot of fallout of a lot of things that can happen if Deion is to take the job. Stephen A. Smith seems to think that with him they'll win at least they'll make it to the NFC Championship game next year. I don't know about that. They need to do some things. They need another wide receiver. I mean, it depends if the draft may be good. They may pull off some trades. He may rebuild a team. But him coming to Dallas is a great draw. Fans, some players who gonna want to come play for Prime. It could be a good move for Dallas. It could be a very good move for Dallas. Is Prime Time good enough to coach in the NFL yet? Are we happy as what he done in Colorado, Boulder, Colorado? I mean, they were like a 3-12 team or 3 and something team, and he turned them around, made them a winning team, made them a ranked team early in the season. Some losses they should not have had, but things happen. Is he capable of being an NFL coach? Or should he? I personally don't know. I personally would like to see him stay in Colorado a year or two more and perhaps take them to a higher ranking and even maybe a chance in the national title. That would be a great accomplishment. I think he's not completing what he started to do in Colorado. I think it'll be a disservice to himself and a disservice to Colorado to even go to Dallas. A great service for Dallas, yeah. A great service for the NFL, yeah. But I think he should complete his task in Colorado. Or is that just a stepping stone to show that I'm good enough to do Division I? Or then the HBC did that, now I come to a power ranking team. Is that what he's trying to do now? I'm taking my next step. But he's not won a title. Not even a conference, did he? So I would probably want to stay, hanging there a little longer. But money talks. A text coming in says, majority of them are soccer. Yay! Red Line teach club members, Oh, okay. All right. Okay. That's cool. But I've heard of Red Line, That's good. Because I don't think, I think you need to have these track clubs so these kids can get more reps, more track meets in. Because, in the States, the high schools running track meets almost every weekend. They don't just wait for the BAIS track and so soccer again dominate, of course, and win. That's the only track meet you have at other schools in the country. And in the States, schools having different track meets with different high schools around the Florida area, around the Minnesota area, around the New York area. I like to see more of that. But I guess that'll diminish the BAISS if they do that. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Yeah, Perez, what's going on?
Marv, what's up, bro? What you saying?
Hello.
What you saying?
Yeah, everything good. His son coming out too. Shamar's son just coming in the NFL this year too.
I don't know. Oh, you mean the other kid?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he may only be a junior. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say father and son entering into the NFL.
Well, no, the quarterback, Shadera, his son, is coming out.
That's what I mean. The quarterback.
Yeah. He's coming out. Yes.
Yeah, Greg Anthony Sanders blazer to him the other day with his son, with him to the game.
Okay.
He tweets say he like Greg Anthony blazer.
So
Greg,
he said it.
Take it off. Jared take it off and tell him take that home to his daddy. Hey, you and Naughty all pull it on Yambi last night, boy. The Costa man get dunk on. You all say Durant go dunk on him.
Man, I didn't watch the game. I had some things to do.
Zach Edey dunk on him too.
So, wait. John dunk on him?
Yeah.
Man, I missed the game.
You missed it.
I missed it. I had something else to do.
Too.
Wow.
Hey, but I ain't like how your Lakers beat up on us. Y'all get us back. We beat y'all by 41 the first time. Y'all come back and get us back.
Well, you know.
Hey,
man, the Lakers so inconsistent.
Huh?
The Lakers are so inconsistent. I don't know what to expect from them.
Yeah, but kudos to the coach, JJ Redick. I mean, like how he loses everything, Dread. And those fires.
Yeah.
His Redick house get burned down with everything in it, Dread.
Isn't that sad?
That was good on Yambi and Chris Paul to sign those jerseys and give it these two little boys. That was Dread.
Yeah.
You know, that could mean something to them in the years to come.
But that was sad. It was sad to see that.
Between Cleveland and OKC tonight, boy, that could be serious.
That should be a good game. That should really be a good game.
Hey, Chris, stand up the volume. I can't hear you.
That should really be a good game. A really, really good game.
Hello?
Radio. Listen to the phone. You can hear me better.
I'm far from I'm by no radio. No, I don't want to record this one. It might be freaking out. But all right. I hear you now.
Yeah, but I see that should be a really good game tonight.
Yeah, boy. Because they stopped Cleveland, get their Indiana. They stopped their 13 game winning streak the other night.
Yeah.
But but Indiana to beat them Sunday, but they get them back. Hey, but then the Pistons, with Cunningham, them playing some good ball too, boy.
Ain't good enough though. Ain't kind of
14 games last night, but all them they guess was like 1 point and 2 points. But with Dallas game, that was a goaltending though. Hey,
I didn't watch that one.
That was a goaltending.
I see the Warriors barely beat the Timberwolves. They beat them by one.
I see that it was just decided between one.
But what's going on with Brooklyn, man? 67 points.
Yeah, but they got beat by Hey, there's embarrassing, man. Yeah, boy, boy.
That's rough.
Hey, Green is the green light on though.
Yeah.
In Houston.
He's coming of himself, you know. He's coming of himself.
I'm crazy. Dunks what he having, but he hitting the tree. He ever was a 3-point man, but I see why Houston in second in the West right now, boy.
But he's
green, like they say, the green light lit. Boy, he's have some stupid dunks.
And the next game that surprised me last night, what happened to Boston? They gone in Toronto and that's like
I like that. Yeah, a 9-win team beat them. I like that.
But it goes to show you that any team can win on any given night, though.
9-win teams win and things like that, boy.
Yeah, but any given night a team can win.
Then the Pelicans upset someone too.
Who, the Pelicans?
Yeah, they did right win too.
Yeah, they beat the Mavericks. They beat the Mavericks.
Golden State, they win. I see them interview, buddy.
Yeah.
But even Brown with Denver, white boy Brown, boy, he had one stupid dunk last night and all.
But they get beat bad last night.
But like you say this weekend, like the gentleman say last weekend, you need your popcorn. Get your popcorn for this weekend.
Yeah, this is a good weekend. You got football. You got football. I think you got 2 games on Saturday, right? Is it? Or that's all on Sunday?
I really waiting for tomorrow. I game with Kansas City.
Don't call nothing yet. You got to wait till tomorrow.
All right, I can wait till tomorrow. Yeah,
all right,
I can put my 4 picks tomorrow.
Because you got 2 games on Saturday, 4:30. You got 2 games on Sunday, and you got.
Yeah, when you win tomorrow. Okay. Talking sports.
All right. Take your time. You got to get weight, man, Muff. You got 2 games on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. Plus you got the college football championship on Monday night, Notre Dame and Ohio State. You got to chill. You got lots to talk about. You got a whole lot to talk about. And it should be cool. But yeah, I was going to be talking a little more about going back to Dallas like that. Tex, I hang up with nobody this time, Mr. Producer. I didn't hang up. Okay. But I'm going to say it again, and free to say, Dallas Cowboys out there. Should Deion Sanders go to Dallas? Should Deion Sanders stay in Colorado? Or should Deion Sanders go to Dallas? It sounds good, but is it good? Call you on the air. How you doing?
Hey, Freddie, what's up?
All right, here, bro. What's up?
And then go like big up the older hand my throat. What do you say?
Yeah.
I trying to say, right, man. I tell Deion trying to stay the 2 more years in Colorado, man. He record. He ain't look too good, man. He went 4 to 12. I'm going to call it football games here in college. 12, right?
They play about 12. 10, 12, yeah.
Yeah. He was 4 and 12 last year.
He wasn't 4 and 12 last year. No, he had a winning record.
He went in 4 games before he started.
Yeah.
And he's what, something 9 and
4, something 9
you
and 3.
I believe he's under 500.
Oh, you mean overall? Yeah, overall he might be, yeah. But he got a team that was pretty.
I mean, when they watch the ball game,
yeah.
He lost that too.
Yeah, he lost the bowl game, yeah.
He need to stay, man. Stay 2 more years, man.
I'd like him to stay and develop the team, hone his own skills a little bit better, and then move to the NFL,
Right. Everybody looking at Prime. He got to win these games, man.
But he does bring some talented coaches around him. He got Warren Sapp in Colorado with him. He does bring some talented people to work with him.
Yeah. Yeah. You see how the young boy inside Indiana winning? Inside Irish, Indiana, whatever they name again?
You mean Notre Dame?
Notre Dame.
You talking college football now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
Look how he won those games. See, he getting further.
Yeah. You mean Freeman? You mean Marcus Freeman? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's doing well. He wasn't supposed to be the coach. He got it. He wasn't the first choice, but I know he's been the right choice for Notre Dame.
Yeah,
he's doing a really good job. Yeah,
man, Burley.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a whole lot. Yeah, Freeman and Notre Dame. A lot of people he didn't get his props saying, because he's a black coach at Notre Dame. But he has turned it around, considering how it's so hard. I shouldn't say so hard. Notre Dame entry fees the entry standards a little higher, so you don't get that 2-point student who comes to play football who may drop to 1.9 and got to try to push it back up to 2 before this next season. No, you get a lot of 3-pointers. And I don't mean shooters. I talk about academically. So sometimes it's hard to get that elite athlete, but they've done a pretty good job. A lot of times that their offensive linemen, tight ends, end up in the NFL. But they've done a good job. They got some good running backs. They got a good running quarterback. I don't call him the best, but he's good enough. And I think Notre Dame has a good enough team to win. Time will tell. But Mr. Producer, let's take our first break. When we come back, we're going to talk more sports. I got an interesting take from Rich Eisen, who's talking about Deion going to Dallas. So we'll be right back.
You try to rest, but roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers. For window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it. Just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
NRG is nutrition. Check out our world-famous smoothies, signature quinoa dishes. We have the best salad and breakfast fit for a king and his queen. Open for breakfast, lunch, and now dinner. Each order is made with love and the highest quality ingredients and is nutritionally balanced. Visit any of our 3 locations. Old Fort Bay, open until 7:30 p.m. West Bay Street and Gladstone Road in the Monrose Complex, open until 4 p.m. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at NRG Bahamas. NRG, nutrition ready to go.
I been up at Pinda and I meet him in his showroom. I said, Pinda, I just come out of a showroom in Portugal and let me tell you something. Damn showroom and selection ain't got nothing on yours. Man, I like this stock of porcelain and ceramic tile you got here. What I really like is the range of sizes that come in. 8 by 48, 12 by 24, 24 by 24. And what I really like more than the things I really like is the 75 a square foot to 494 a square foot and all in between. You can't beat that. Not even with a 2x4 from Enterprises.
Girl, you see how Cora eye look funny, all black up yesterday?
But she say she bumped into a wall when she's running after the churn dam.
Yeah, but last Saturday you see her arm was all black and blue, right?
What you saying? You think something wrong between her and Jack?
I ain't sure, but you know Jack is a jealous man. I hear him and Cora last Friday. I hear him say he hear Cora have eyes for Junior.
Now you know that ain't true. Cora is a good woman, does mind her business, take care of them churn and go to church every Sunday. So what you think we should do?
I think we should report Jack, you know. Cora don't say nothing, but silence hides violence. And we don't want to line up in the cemetery.
Not me. I ain't getting in nobody business. Then Jack come after me and I land up next to Cora.
No, man, we could call a text Crime Stopper. And remember, we can even get some grocery money for our tip.
Remind me again, how does this work?
We can call them in Miami at 328-TIPS or 328-8477. Or when we in the island, call toll free at 300-TIPS or 300-8477. And if you don't have no minutes, use the Crack Crime Bahamas app and we could text them and the messages get on mix up before it leave your phone so nobody can know what you saying.
So what we waiting on then? Let's go earn some grocery money.
Loss of family members is very isolating, and people who have experienced loss appreciate when others have shared their grief. If you can't be there in person, go to the Nassau Guardian's website online at thenassauguardian.com and visit our obituary link. The Nassau Guardian's interactive obituary link allows you to read the funeral announcement, express condolences, or place photos on the online guest book for 1 full year. Losing a loved one is painful, but that pain isn't the worst thing to happen. Friends, loved ones, colleagues, and neighbors who ignore the loss compound the pain. Should the bereaved family wish to place the obituary and photos on our obituary site, just contact the Guardian's Funeral Industry Partners or the Nassau Guardian. Remember, there isn't one magic right thing to say to someone experiencing loss that will make the loss less painful. Nassau Guardian's obituary link, available online at thenassauguardian.com.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
We're back on Talking Heads Thursday here on Guardian Radio. So, y'all know I'm one of them big Dodger fans. And so this time of the year is when you're speculating as to who will be with the team, who can sign with the team, who can bring in. And every time you hear me talking about this kid named Roki Sasaki. So the Dodgers and the Padres are trying to get him, and they got to sign him for the 6 years, and all the Dodgers got is like $5 million. The Padres got like $6 million. So what they tell me the Dodgers, them trying to do is make a trade to get some money. So you can make a particular trade, and then you can get, say, the Yankees international pool money or the Cubs, who may not want to do with it, to boost how much money you got. So that's going to be interesting to see. Some of the pros and cons, and we'll get to them in a minute. But let's take this call, and then we get back to what it means for that. You're not just seeing American players make it. You're always used to the Dominican players, the Venezuelans. Japanese players are starting to make a big impact in the Major League Baseball. Shohei Ohtani. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Yeah, probably on a minute.
Sorry.
I know you're here for a little while. My land phone down.
Okay. What's up, Scale?
But I won't call you concerning how you was been early. Listen to me.
I listen to
you. I read that you all out, but we in 7. We ain't no 7 position.
Where we at?
5th position. Tie with the Clippers.
You sure about that?
Clippers can play more games than us. All 2 of us, Clippers 22 and 17. We 21 and 17. But we had 2 games what we didn't play because of that fire, so they had to postpone them. So
you talking about in the division being 5th place.
Yeah, that's what I talking about.
No, see, that's what you keep missing.
Division? I talking about in the East Western Conference.
In the Western Conference.
We in 5th place.
Hold on.
Tied with the Clippers.
Okay.
You ain't know that?
No, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying overall. Yeah, I understand what you're trying to say.
I'm speaking with the Western Conference.
Yeah, I bet you.
The whole NBA.
I bet you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand
We
what
in
you're saying.
5th place.
Okay.
And we got 2 games what they had to postpone, or we'd have been probably tied with Tingham them.
With who?
With the Nuggets. Nuggets in 4th spot.
Okay, so they got us. I
Yeah.
mean, so we tied with the Clippers in the loss
Yeah,
department.
but
The Clippers
what I
got one
want
more
to
win
ask you,
than
Brady?
us. Okay, yeah.
Really, what I want to ask you, who the 2 fellas was, what they get, what we the pick up?
Who the
I
Lakers
know
pick
what,
up?
huh?
Who the Lakers pick up?
Yeah, for my boy.
Okay, let me see if I can remember who the kid is now.
901 was the Smith boy.
I think was it Shaka Milton?
Who?
I think it was Milton that we pick up. I think it was Milton we pick up.
Someone say, Pasley over. One from the Mets, which was.
It wasn't no Smith. I can't remember exactly who we got. All right, but it was two we got, 2 players we got.
Right.
All right. It's slipping me, you know. It's slipping me.
It was a Finley fella.
Oh, you have to go up. Yeah, Finley Smith. That's who thanks for remembering. Yeah, Finley Smith is who we got, the forward. All right.
Okay.
And
who another one was?
I can't remember who the next one is. I cannot remember who the next one is off the top of my head.
So you watch any of the games when they play?
I think the next one was Shake Milton was the next play, I think, if I remember.
Shake Middleton.
Milton.
I mean, it sounds familiar. Where you come from?
Both of them came from the Nets.
Okay. That Shake Milton, he sounded like one player. What was a little dangerous one time. I think I hit with him one night.
Oh, I can't tell you because.
So you didn't watch none of the games?
I have not. Full disclosure, I have not watched the Lakers game since they picked them up. I have not.
Oh. Okay.
I can be honest with you.
Then.
And I intend to watch a couple of games coming up this week.
Okay then.
All right.
Okay,
I just been pissed.
Man.
I just been pissed with them, and I like, when you're mad, you play your game and talk to them. Yeah.
Listen, Brady, you got to realize, in basketball, in every sport, there is something called what they just call it again? When the team just trying to get players together, what they just call it again?
Trying to build chemistry.
Huh?
Trying to build chemistry.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Once you see the chemistry kick in, I believe after the All-Star, I think the Lakers can really. I mean, they're a little bit now, but I think they can really show up big time after the All-Star. Because I think everybody can be on the same page.
All right, time can tell. That's one thing I know about this game. You can't shake the time
in
this game.
Listen.
All right, my brother, I appreciate that. Appreciate that a whole lot. Shake Milton. I don't know why my head went blank on that. No. Yeah. No, I don't know. I couldn't get that. Right. But it's a lot of, and back to baseball a little bit. There's a lot of pros and cons, and a lot of people, and I spoke about a lot of people mad. Oh, the Dodgers buying, but they're spending the money wisely. They're making the money, and like I told Naughty, the money they're making out of Japan can pay the salaries. So does Sasaki want to go to the Padres, who got like a lot of turmoil right now? Do they want to go to Toronto and be up in the cold, or do they want to come to LA where you can catch 15 flights and you can have a day off and dash home and hail your family and come right back the next day? Flights every day. Do you want to come to the team and you're pretty certain you can make you can make the playoffs if they've done it 12 years in a row? You're pretty certain you can win the division. You've done it was 9 of the last 10 years. You're pretty certain you could get at least close to the Super World Series or even make the World Series because they've been there last year. They've been 2 and 4 years. So we don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm excited about it. I can't wait for spring training to happen. Next Monday is the college football NCAA championship. Ohio State and Notre Dame. It's going to be a good game to see. I think Notre Dame out of perceived out of pick. I think they're not Notre Dame. I think Ohio State is the favorite, if I'm correct. I don't know if and that's still early. Yeah, Ohio State is touchdown or 8-point favorite. All right. But one of the things I like about give up, they're persistent. They stay fighting. You don't see giving up in their eyes at all. They down and they still fighting to get back in the game, and they've done it more than once. I think Ohio State believe that this is a walk in the park. I think the Big Ten think they're that powerful, but I don't think so. I really think Notre Dame has a wonderful chance, an excellent chance, I should say, to win the championships, the NCAA football. And it'd be great for Notre Dame, great for football, great for college football. Like Naughty's been saying, you ain't got that SEC, Alabama, Georgia. I was getting kind of tired of that a little bit. But I mean, you can't blame them because Alabama's getting the recruits and kids want to come to them. But you know how to open up the recruiting game for other schools? That Ohio State has been there, that you can't beat an Alabama or you can't beat a Georgia team. You don't need to be in the SEC to make it to the NCAA championship. People talking about Notre Dame time for Notre Dame, because for those of you who don't know, Notre Dame is an independent. They don't belong to any conference, so they don't belong to the SEC or the Big Ten or the ACC. They don't belong to any conference. Other sports, that school has some affiliation in other conferences, but not football. Football is kept independent. They're one of the only schools who had an actual contract with NBC to air their games. That's the buying power of Notre Dame. You could probably find a Notre Dame graduate in almost every state, most major cities in the United States. Particularly in like New York, with predominantly Catholic schools are at. You know, and they have this big statue of Jesus with his arms are raised, and they call it touchdown Jesus. No disrespect. Very powerful. I think Jesuit. But that would be good for football game, even if it's Ohio State. 2 storied franchises, 2 storied schools. It'll be great. It'll be even for me. It'll be even super if Notre Dame wins it. That means I'd really be on a road. I got a Dodger championship, a Notre Dame. I'd really be on a good road. Them Dolphins got to get their act together. Well, we'll see. Quality on there.
Bellissimo.
I know it. What's up, my brother?
What's going on?
You tell me. Happy to hear
Hello,
you.
Skillable. As much as he's tried to defend and indirectly defend LeBron,
he listening.
The Lakers are in 6th position in the Western Conference.
His argument is that
11 and a half games out of first. The Clippers are in 5th place, 11 games out of first.
His argument is the Clippers played one more game. That's why they're 22-17.
We all know, if you really watch basketball, at this time of year, you could go in at number 7 tonight, and some people lose and you win. You could move up, or you could drop down. I still feel with the schedule left and what we have, if we make no moves before the trade deadline, the Lakers could be playing from the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th position. Yeah. More so 8 through 10.
Yeah.
Because if you look at below the 10, at 11 and 12, you have some good teams there that could get hot.
You're only safe from playing in the play-in if you come 6 or higher.
And the Spurs have now moved up with wins.
Yep.
So there's a lot of combo there.
Yep.
Now, the 2 players that the Lakers got from the Nets for D'Angelo Russell with Dorian Finney-Smith.
Yeah.
A stretch 3.
Yeah.
Who could shoot the ball a little bit, but he ain't hit the broadside of a barn since he got to L.A.
Yeah, and
Shake Milton.
Yeah.
Now, Shake Milton may be familiar to some of you all because he was the 6th man for Philadelphia a couple of years back.
Okay.
And he was a big scorer off. Weinstein and him and Dalton Connect head up the 2nd unit for the Lakers now.
Okay.
Because that's some good offense there. But, got to make a trade. Still need a big. Still need hoes. I don't think the Lakers doing any kind of championship run this year. Couldn't make the playoffs, but just with the lineup, the matchups, unless we make a move, another disappointing run. And I hear you waxing poetic about the Dallas Cowboys.
No. I was just asking questions. I'm just putting a little scenario out there.
I will put a bigger scenario out there for you.
What the effects of Dion coming there would mean, what the fallout, not fallout, but what the
hold on.
domino effect would be.
There's another former Cowboy that might end up there before Dion.
And who's that?
His name is Jason Witten.
Yeah, I heard that name come up too, and somebody asked him if he just trying to, I forget, he said he's just trying to,
Now, apparently, Jerry had tried to massage Witten on the staff before under McCarthy, and McCarthy was like, no, it's no Jason Garrett kind of thing in Wade Phillips. No coaching Wade going to be hired under me.
Okay.
Now that McCarthy's gone, Witten going to end up either on Dion's staff, or if Jerry wants to go outside the box and roll the dice, he may give Witten a job.
But a high school coach?
Now, if you want to look at what Witten's done in high school, he took an 0-11 program, then he went to something like 8-2, and then he's been undefeated the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, 2 state championships.
And had back-to-back undefeated championship teams.
Yeah, 2 state championships, yeah. But that's high school.
Correct. But at the end of the day, he knows the pro locker. He could put a staff around him, and Jerry could have his yes-man coach. So don't sleep on Jason Witten. Now, personally, I don't want to see that move. I think Witten in a couple of years with more experience would be better. But another dark horse under the radar, I hear a reunion may be coming to Kellen Moore.
I like that.
Offensive coordinator for the Eagles.
I like that.
Well, when McCarthy railroaded him on offensive issues, but Moore's offense has done better than McCarthy's offense everywhere he's gone since.
Yeah.
And McCarthy had some high-rated offenses in Dallas itself. But Moore's offenses were better, so you never know. That might be an option right there. But I just, you know how Skiller go away. Skiller loves to defend LeBron to the end.
I know that. Let me ask you
11 and a half out, 6th position.
Let me ask you this. And I take your I don't want to say bias, but take your love for Dallas off the table. Just take that off the table. You're a Miami Dolphins fan now. Just for this. You really think Dion should come to Dallas now? Do you think Dion is ready for a head coaching job, particularly that job?
Oh, yeah, man. He's shown in every incarnation, whether it's high school, Jackson State, Colorado, that he could put a team together, he could put a staff together, and he could reach players. Now, it's one thing to reach up-and-coming high school players and serve as a role model and a mentor to them, but it's also another opportunity to go in the pro locker room, and which pro going to argue with Prime? Which pro going to argue with Prime?
Because Prime has done it all. He's
stealing
done it
money
all.
about to cut you. Either you going to play or you going to get cut.
Yeah.
He got a lot of Jimmy Johnson to him.
Yeah.
So that's what I like.
And you can't say you ain't never win a title. You can't show that in his face because
he's been there. He's won on every level.
Yep.
Maybe not in college, but I mean, he's won in high school. He's been a star in college, and he might have won one under Bowden. Never know.
Yeah. And
then, of course, he went on to the pros to have an illustrious career. So at the end of the day, Dion speaks it. Players will learn. But Dion he knows how to entertain Jerry and still get what he needs done. He did it while he was a cornerback in Dallas.
Yeah.
And he'll probably do it if he's the coach in Dallas. The only thing I think holding up Dion, from what I've heard, is the fact that if the deal is good enough, he'll do it without Shedeur. But if the deal could be perfect, they'll move up and try and get Shedeur. And now that involves trading probably Dak Prescott or draft picks and so on and so on.
Wow.
So we'll see where it goes. Still a lot to get done, but there is fire to the smoke of Deion Sanders rumors.
All right, before you go, you might still hang around and do the picks with me. That's quick.
What picks you got lined up?
Some NBA.
Well, I got to get MJ picks too. I ain't going with MJ picks.
Okay.
Because MJ on the street. Me and you, listen, you see what Boston caused us last night?
Yeah.
I warned you.
Yep.
That 14-point cover.
Yep.
Could take the Raptors in the 14. They may not cover the 14. They didn't even win the game. They lost outright.
They did. Let me read this text and then let's get to the picks. Pearly, I want to see Deion Sanders coach a major college Division I team like University of Alabama or University of Florida. I see Deion being a head coach like Magic Johnson of the Lakers was when he coached. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, that's kind of hard for the texter to say because at the high school level and the college level, he's been successful and he's turned programs around.
He has turned it around. May not have won the national title, but he's turned them around. You know, he took a three-win team to he did lose, but he made it there. And what he's done in Colorado has not been done since
Colorado was horrible.
Yeah.
They're in the doldrum.
All right, let's get to the picks quick. Indiana at Detroit Pistons. There's a pick 'em. There's no line on them. I like the Pistons.
I got to go with Indiana. They've been playing the better ball lately, but I'll take them in the money line to be safe because sometimes they'll play down to their competition.
Yeah, they're 1.5 point favorite. Phoenix 11.5 over Washington Wizards at Washington.
I might take the Wizards at the 11.5.
But I don't know. I'll take the
Wizards. Pretty surprisingly, the Wizards are great against the spread.
Yeah. I'll go with that. I'll ride with you. Cleveland Cavaliers at OKC Thunder. OKC 2.5. This is the game of the night.
And they're playing where?
In Thunder, in OKC.
Yeah, then you got to go to Oklahoma City with the 2.5.
Yeah, I'll take them in the 2.5 as well.
And if they got Chet Holmgren back, take it.
Yeah. The Clippers at the Portland Trail Blazers. Clippers 7.5 favorites.
Take the Clippers in the money line.
All right, I'll take the Clippers. I'll take the Clippers and the money line. And the last game is the Houston Rockets at the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento 4.5.
Take the Houston Rockets plus the 4.5.
I'll do that too. All right. It looks like you and I are on the same page today.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we can start a new streak, man.
Hopefully.
Like I say, last 2 days, the regulars let us down.
Yeah, for real. All right, my brother. Thanks for listening. For Naughty.
Stuff as always, man.
For Naughty, this is Pearly on the Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Talking Heads on a Thursday afternoon. So good to have you here. So good to hear Naughty call in. Thank you for the texts. Just thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow at 5 and I join Naughty, and then I'll be back next Thursday. I can try again when Doctor come talk to us. Thank you. Take care.
Crunch your hunger cravings and satisfy the whole family with KFC bucket meals starting at just $20. Get freshly prepared golden fried chicken, buttery biscuits, and add your favorite large sides for flavor that will make your mouth happy and your feet dance. Order online or WhatsApp hi to 557-3663 to grab your KFC bucket today. Big flavor, bigger value, and always KFC. Finger licking good.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. At cancercenter.com.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
We start with what would break the internet. Absolutely would break the internet if Deion Sanders becomes the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. It's just that simple, and it doesn't take much of a leap to connect those dots that it would break the internet, and it would be everything that we talk about. It would suck the oxygen out of the NFL room. The two of them talked. Deion spoke to Adam Schefter on Monday night, gave a quote to Adam about how, he and Jerry did speak, and he loves Jerry, and he also loves Colorado, and there really wasn't any commitment either way. Nothing really happened in the next 2 days, with the exception of an announcement that Robert Saleh would be the first interview, the actual interview where the Cowboys say, we would like to talk. And he says, okay, let's talk. And let's put it out there that we are going to talk about the head coaching position in the Metroplex. Then came Ed Werder's tweet today. Now, Ed goes way back covering the Dallas Cowboys to the point where he was already doing that when I arrived at ESPN in 1996. Okay, so Ed, it goes so far back that I remember wondering Why is Dan Patrick calling his name Edward Dare? I don't understand why he's doing that. He did that off the air. DP would refer to Edward Dare.
Edward Dare.
You know, as Edward Dare has more. Is that what he would just walk around the hallways just saying those words out loud to nobody in particular? It was fantastic.
That seems on brand.
It's just, you know, one of my memories of being a 26, 27-year-old strolling the of the worldwide leader in sports. Put it up. Edward tweeted out just apropos of just throwing it out there. Regarding Deion Sanders, I'm being told that he would almost certainly accept if Jerry Jones offers to make him the next Cowboys head coach, that those around him are encouraging him to pursue it, and that Jones is enamored with the idea.
I bet he.
We'll get to that in a second. Deion has since tweeted since that, or was this prior to he tweets out, confusion is not of God. If you're experiencing confusion, please check who you're listening to, spending time with, or allowing to influence you. Why are you confused? There's a right and a wrong. It's this or that. There ain't no gray areas. # Coach Prime. I don't know if that's in response to anything. It could truly be anything that's going on in Prime's life outside of this. And you know he's got a lot going on. He's got a lot going on. From being the HC of the Colorado Buffaloes to being the co-host of a talk show to his reality show that has been following him around all year long, Coach Prime on Amazon, which you can see right here on Roku.
He posted that about an hour and a half before Ed.
Okay. And so, you know, that could truly be something going on campus. It could, I don't know. It could be in reference to don't believe what you see about the Dallas Cowboy coaching search. All I will say is this. If Deion wants it, he should go pursue it. Does he want it? And there's the pros and the cons for it. If I'm Deion, and again, I have not spoken to him. If I'm him and I want it, I would say the following to Jerry. And Jerry, I know you don't normally pay a coach this, but that's what I cost.
Yep.
Because not only would I be leaving a terrific situation here in Colorado where he has set up shop and they are thrilled that he has set up shop. And they also, and I know this, I do know that Deion always goes to bat for somebody who's gone to bat for him. That if you're in his circle of trust, you are enveloped. I've been in it. I know it. I've seen it happen. And the fact that Colorado knocked on his door, or however they were put together, and they're like, yeah, don't forget, right now it looks like a no-brainer, right? That Deion Sanders is a head coach of a college football program in major college sports. Colorado is the first one to say, come to Big 12 and bring your passion, your cult of personality, your essence, your family, your personality, name it.
Blenders.
This spot is yours. Make it your home. And he showed up telling players to get their Louis Vuittons ready. And I'm wondering how many of the players that eventually left Colorado knew what he was referring to. Like, hey, bags need to be packed. And my bags are made by Louis Vuitton. That's what the LV on the side means. You know? And I think that would matter to him, and the ability of, you know, getting these 5-star recruits that he's bringing in and keeping this building going of a program, and a national championship program can be built there. And he is perfect for these times of the NIL and the portal. Is talking to young men ages 16, 17, 18 through 22. He is perfect for the moment. And he's perfect in that spot. But the Dallas Cowboys come knocking on the door, and Jerry Jones says, I want you, then Deion would say, if this is my number, and Jerry, these are the guys that I need to bring. These are the ladies from the staff that I need to bring. Like, I need to set up shop. And you need me to set up shop. Quite frankly, let me ask you this question. How do you think Deion Sanders would get the most out of Micah Parsons? Or Trayvon Diggs?
I mean,
right? Like, you're even smart. Like, you can't even comprehend. you're smiling so much.
I mean, especially when it comes to Trayvon Diggs, when you're talking about a D-back, like it's the Mount Rushmore of defensive backs right there. How could you not pick something up from
Do you think Dion could connect with Micah Parsons?
Absolutely.
Do you think Dion would mind if Micah Parsons had his own podcast?
I do not.
Correct.
He might give him a few guidelines, but I don't think
he might say, "Hey, I'm forming my own podcast network. How'd you like to be on it?" You know what I mean? Like that's the way Dion is going to be building business of his own outside of the business of the Dallas Cowboys. And if there's anybody who should appreciate that, it is Jerry Jones, because that's what you'd be bringing in. You'd be bringing in Dion Incorporated.
You just sold me.
And marrying him to Jerry Jones Incorporated. And I'm sure that's part of the reason why Jerry Jones is enamored by the idea of having Dion and bringing the X's and O's and bringing maybe Sapp to coach the defensive line. And do you think Michael Irvin would be part of the program a little bit more? It's so on and so sitting there thinking about it. It makes complete sense in that regard. And Dion would have to sit here and think, Dion's got to get 5-6 year deal, and it's got to be a large amount of money. And that money also needs to be bringing in a large staff that Dion is bringing with him. And he has to set up shop. And I'm sure he will stand that ground, even though coming to coach the Dallas Cowboys, to go from coaching the Youth Truth to the Dallas Cowboys, where Dion used to live in Prosper, Texas, in that house you used to bring us into. That was like half, it looked like the Bellagio Hotel with a Dave & Buster's inside,
Is that the one you said his closet had a two-story closet?
A two-story closet.
Yeah.
Where the ceiling was made of plexiglass. Yeah. And so you would go up on the top and he'd hold the shoes that were on the second floor over the suit on the first floor to see if it would match. And we walked out, and I remember Marshall Falk muttered to me as we were walking out of that spot saying, "This is baseball money." Yeah, that happened. And so for Dion to go back to the Metroplex as the HC of the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm sure the people who are saying you need to consider this are folks who see the business aspect of it as well. So why not?
Right? Why not?
Why not?
You've excited us as a fan base, so now it's
I mean, and again, if indeed, how many people have come on this show over the last 48 hours, let alone 48 days, let alone 48 months, who say whenever it's Jerry Jones's, the conversation comes up about him and the way he does business, that he just loves being talked about. Mm-hmm. Part of the reason why he drags everything out.
Yeah.
Let's just wave a wand and say, Dion.
Abracadabra.
Yes. Who is on the Dallas Cowboys schedule?
Orange.
It would be the scene of Braveheart. Okay, just name the most violent scene in Gladiator. Okay, like the opening scene of Gladiator, the big scene of Braveheart.
Unleash Hell.
That would be
Game of Thrones.
That would be just imagine that and sports television executives fighting over this. Look at the home and a road schedule for the Dallas Cowboys. Name obviously each one of the division games would they'd want to have it on national television. Cowboys Giants makes it on national TV, coast to coast. Standalone game almost every year. Yeah. Obviously, the Eagles, obviously, Jaden Daniels and the Commanders, you'd want to see that. How about Dion having a home game against Andy Reid, Mahomes, and the Chiefs? How does that hit you? How about Dion's Cowboys visiting the Raiders if the Raiders are employing his son at quarterback? How about the Lions? Let's just wave a wand as well and say, congratulations, Lions, you've won the Super Bowl. And you have an opening night and a banner raise ceremony in Ford Field. How about putting Dion's Cowboys there?
How many teams who have the possibility to win the Super Bowl?
How many people, right, obviously the Eagles, the Commanders, the The Lions are on that list right there. How about the Lions maybe raising a banner with Deion's first game as head coach of the Deion even going back to Colorado to take on the Denver Broncos? How about Deion welcoming in Jim Harbaugh's Chargers? You see where I'm going with this? The Packers. I haven't even mentioned the Packers or the Vikings coming to Dallas. Pretty much every game would be must-see for the Dallas Cowboys.
The Jets, that's New York.
Well, so is the Giants as well. I mean, the Cowboys make 2 trips to MetLife next year. I'm just throwing this out here because that's what Jerry sees. And obviously, let's just, I don't mean this to denigrate whatsoever because no one's Deion. No one is Deion. No one, like, for instance, Robert Saleh has never hosted SNL or rapped about being the money, has never almost won the MVP in a World Series, yada, yada, yada.
Jerry Curl.
Correct. But out of all of those, which one would you want to see if Robert Saleh was the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys? His return to the Jets. That's about it, right? Like, so. Yeah. So if you're talking about if the buzz matters, if the interest level matters, if being talked about really does matter, there's really only one guy that can actually put it into an other orbit and stratosphere. It's that simple. Now, there is the issue of, winning football games. How does that factor in? Because as I mentioned earlier this week, you want to be talked about in the NFL the most? Win. Be a champion. The Chiefs are on every commercial. They're bundle-rooskieing. They're doing this. They're doing that. Everyone who's got Chiefs fatigue kind of enjoyed that bye week last week. Well, here comes potentially 3 more weeks or the next month. Divisional playoffs, AFC Championship game, bye week, Super Bowl. That's being talked about. One way to potentially burst through and have the Dallas Cowboys talked about enough, hiring Deion Sanders. Think about it. We just did.